Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have an MVC match versus Missouri State University, and we'll be hopping right in, starting off with the King K rule, Pizza Man, into Toon Link. So scouting them, I heard they have a very solid Toon Link player, and there was one other that I forgot the name of, but when I see him on screen, I'll probably be reminded.
Yeah.
Um,
Toon Link or Young Link? Is there another Link?
oh, this is Young Link. Sorry.
Okay,
No, it's
sorry.
Young Link.
I was just curious because there is way too many links in this
Yeah,
game.
there is a Young Link on screen.
Yes. There is
Um,
too many links in this game.
Heading into this match, MSU did actually defeat Illinois State, who we lost to earlier in the season. So anticipating a tough matchup, but off to a great start here.
Yeah, beautiful start
and
going into this.
About 15-20 minutes ago, we did see Pizza Man play absolutely out of his mind in the previous crew battle. So hopefully he can continue that into this match.
He was getting an absolute large amount of kills right there, only taking 56% going into his first stock. He is in a very good lead right now. One important thing to note though, however, for MVC, there will be 4 players on each team who will be competing instead of 3.
Yep, so we'll be adding in that extra person. Do have a couple options. We typically play with around 5 players for this league.
Unfortunately, taking a lot of damage so far and just not able to do that damage in return. Fortunately, though, this Young Link has not killed him yet, so that's always a good thing. We'll take that every day. Fortunately, missing those punishes and such, getting more and more chip damage in, just kind of.
Crazy. Able to find the kill at 187 with that spike. Able to kind of sneak in an early kill there is huge.
Yes, exactly. Huge fight. Huge win for Josh there going into it. Still dealing a large amount of damage against this Young Link. And just staying in the lead, managing to keep his stock for so long as well. Most things will kill though. Even for a K rule, this is very high percentage to live at.
Yeah, but one thing to keep in mind, he does have full rage, and that. Oh, I don't know why I got so excited for that one.
Not yet.
But the air dodge is gonna find a way back. But Josh doing a great job, looking to close out this kill at 204%. I think he's gonna do it. Oh, we'll get the grab. Down throw or up throw. Oh, jabs a couple too many times.
Out.
That'll do it.
Gets that kill there. Unfortunately, not getting a three stock. However, still doing an amazing job. Losing only 1 stock going into this is still not terrible. Unfortunately, missing that kill there. Getting another spike off. Just gotta play juggle, I guess. Young Link will die at most attacks though now at this range. This is a high percentage range and it's shocking that he's lived this long anyway. Getting an up B out, still just struggling to maintain that damage. Unfortunately, belly armor isn't able to do anything past that. Doesn't kill then. That will kill though.
Yeah, I think he accidentally turned around the first one, but able to find the second Blunderlust. And Valpo going to have a 2-stock lead going into the rest of this match here. Up 11-9, like you said. Got those extra 3 stocks in this crew battle.
Yes.
But yeah, Josh able to keep it up from last match going into this one. Looked like he almost was going to find a 3-stock there, which would have been crazy. But nonetheless, playing very well with the 2-stock advantage going into the next opponent.
Yep, playing out of his mind there, going into the next fight. You said you weren't aware of who their other players were, I'm assuming.
Not what characters they play, no. But
I see.
I can tell you who they're throwing in a moment. Oh, they have the Lucas coming in. So in the MVC and the NECC, we get to know what character they're playing before the stage bans come out. So they will be playing the Lucas. The Lucas is actually the other character that I was mentioned before this match to watch out for. Yeah, Lucas likely one of their best players, if not, one of their solid players at least. NK Rule will be banning Battlefield, Town, and Smashville. So, you have any guesses for stages?
Not really. I'm not really the most well-known with stages. They're all kind of the same for me.
I think I'm going to guess PS2 here.
Well, I think
It
you're
was already
right.
picked. But yeah, we'll have the Lucas into the King K rule. Matchup wise, Lucas has very good air dodge. Not the best recovery, but the air dodge does help him out a little bit. Does have very good combos. Very similar character to Ness, which we do see a lot on stream.
Yes.
And once again, kind of like every character in the game, does pretty well into King K rule. So.
But we'll see. Josh has been doing a lot of work today with just all of his attacks. Just pretty much every single character he has been putting in a lot of effort with.
Yeah, Josh doesn't care about the matchup charts. He just
plays
anyways.
the game. He just plays the game. So, Lucas just kind of starting off with a large projectile game right here. Not sure what else I expected, to be honest. We got 2 projectile characters. Still just taking 1% damage from that kind of counter move from Lucas. Still just some smaller things, 66% to 9. Josh is just not letting this Lucas have fun playing this game. Just making it just a slow fight.
Disciplined by the Lucas there, not to air dodge. Josh always loves looking for that. But good spike, has the Lucas up to 100% already. And Lucas, a bit of a lighter character in King K rule, hits like a truck. So, I forgot he does have the reflector on his bat. So something to watch out for the remainder of the match. But now that Josh sees it, he can also reflect it back as well. And with that multiplier would go 0 if that happens. So.
Yes, it would be a very unfortunate for whoever lost that battle of volleyball.
Yeah, just throwing the ball back and forth.
Yep. Still keeping it a very high level, 134% to 80% is still not bad for K rule. I was going to say something and just kind of struggled to get out the words there. Unfortunately for us, though, Luke is going down in that fight. Josh's main goal was done and complete. Found that 1 kill. Lucas taking the crown and just trying to use it against K rule is definitely a good, useful strat for him. Unfortunately, Josh has taken a lot of damage again. Just gotta try and find these ways to sneak in, get into these fights, etc. Still struggling to find them, and Josh is taking a lot of damage because of it. Like I said, though, Josh has done more than enough so far, so even if he dies here, we're still in a good spot. Just trying to look for these openings and just not really miss getting them. But there he goes, unfortunately just barely misspacing it.
Yeah, this crown, Lucas is getting a lot of work out of, but finally goes off the stage. King K rule at full rage. Oh, no punish there from either player.
Fortunately, getting hit by the crown again, 66%.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, he jumps over it.
Ooh, that
Lucas was ready for it actually.
Yep, could be very challenging fight. Both characters can die at any point now. Unfortunately, that is death for Josh.
Yeah, so Josh with a strong start, only able to find 1 stock on this Lucas. So Lucas really looks like a solid player. Going into this, we're kind of expecting this to be the best player that Missouri has. Yeah, I guess we'll see as the match goes on. Got a lot of different options available for the side of Valpo. What's really important in these MVC, NECC matches is the depth. Kind of that 3rd, 4th player, because a lot of teams, they have 1 really solid player, but as you go down the list, having depth is really important so that skill level doesn't drop off too much. And I feel like that's definitely one of Valpo's strengths here. So, I mean, we do kind of have 5 different players that we're looking at to send in here. Do have Cruel, the captain of our MVC team, will be making that decision. Shout out to him. Yeah, you got any thoughts on this game so far?
Not currently. Not sure who we're going to be considering sending in, though, currently.
Feeling indifferent so far?
Feeling indifferent. Not exactly sure what the plans are.
They will be banning Final Destination, Town, and Battlefield. Don't really think that helps us with who's going in, but
No, not particularly.
hopefully we have another team later today that is quick with these bans. Are very important aspect of a crew battle. You know, kind of choosing what playing field you're playing on. I mean, you're an Overwatch player, you know how important that is. So yeah, just an aspect of the game, but gives us a little downtime to take a deep breath, relax from all the craziness of this game.
Yeah, stage bans are a very time-consuming process, but they can be important for people's gameplay. But it mainly gets more important, I feel like it's significantly more important in Smash Brothers, just in general, because of how like specific the stages are to each person. Do you agree or disagree, or?
I definitely agree. I think the other reason why it lasts so long is because, like, so for Overwatch, you get like a stage and you get it for the entirety of the game, where Smash, for like each individual player that goes in between the game, you have to do it.
That's true.
But we'll be hopping into this one. Do have Dwarvmare on the link here. Back to PS2.
Yes, I am liking the link choice for this one. We haven't seen much of Alex lately. We have not. He hasn't really been playing, but he has been playing for MVC, and his link does pop off very much so. So I'm excited to see this since I haven't seen him play in a while.
Yeah, Dwarvmare did participate on our Gleck roster in the fall. Haven't seen too much on Gleck this year. But definitely will be a huge piece to our team next year. Yeah, well, let's see what he's able to do here against a very talented Lucas player.
Yes, unfortunately, Ari having taken a lot of damage, not a lot, but keeping it even. Just unfortunately, though, this Lucas has been winning a large majority of the fights, but mostly just a projectile game going into it.
Yep.
Doing some. Go ahead.
Dwarvmare does like to do this projectile game, kind of play back and use this to his advantage. Lucas does have that healing orb thing similar to Nest that he can use on projectiles, so we'll probably see that come into play at some point.
Just take a bit of damage there.
Oh, and that's gonna do it.
That is unfortunately a very good edge guard from that Lucas right there. Unfortunately, just taking that stock. Still going into it, Alex does have a shot at taking this stock and still maintaining a fair amount of percentage on his own stock too. Doing a fair amount of damage, you know, the usual thing.
Yep, and we are all evened up in the series here, 8 stocks apiece. Able to find the tech that time to get backstage and gets a hit out of it as well.
Yep. Fortunately, that bomb does get thrown off stage, but fortunately, he can just pull out another one at will. Oh, this Lucas
just tough. Oh, great bomb recovery though. Able to
Unfortunately,
make it backstage.
He does get punished for it, but that's better than being dead. That's for sure. Unfortunately, this is still an even game going into this Lucas. 113 is just the main thing we need to watch out. We just really need this Lucas to, unfortunately, get out. This Lucas has been alive for very long, but not for much longer. Going into it, Alex still is, unfortunately, though, at kill percent. So one good attack could do stuff. Just getting some more chip damage in. Just playing a very long and slow game we are here. Just the projectiles. We watch this all the time with many of the characters, Pac-Man especially. But still doing some very good damage here going into it. 44 to 119, still not dead yet. We are looking fairly good and still living with that PK fire. Unfortunately dying there, but still getting some damage on that Lucas. Just a good edge guard, which I'm seeing this Lucas do very well at.
Yeah, that smash attack covers a lot of range and is a very good 2-frame ledge trap move to have. But Valpo looking to retain this 1-stock lead here. If Dwarvmare is able to close out this stock before Lucas, does have a percent advantage.
Still having percent advantage doesn't really mean much in the long term though too as well. Still it was very hard for him to take that first stock, and that's just the main thing that we're going to have to look out for right here. Lucas, though, taking another stock is still good, keeping up some extent of our lead, and just trying to keep it as even as possible for the next person who will be going in. Doing a fair amount of damage going in as well. 76 to 44. This Lucas should be able to die at any point now. Mainly good smash tech or good up B. Just using these bombs though has kind of been been kind of both effective and not at affecting this Lucas. Unfortunately, just barely missing it. And like I said, this Lucas is just very good at edge guarding.
Yeah, so I mean, Lucas able to find the win, actually takes back the lead from Valpo. Valpo now down. Oh, sorry, I think I messed up the stocks there. Yeah, now down 7-6, have it switched up. Yeah, regardless, you know, Dwarvmere with a decent job there. Unfortunately, not able to find the win, but able to take a stock off of this Lucas is big nonetheless. I mean, we saw in our previous crew battle playing against their top player, if we were able to kind of chip away stock by stock as we kind of went through our players, would have been huge to have that. But MSU having the lead here going into our next player. We'll take a quick peek. We have the same bands, Final Destination, Town and City, and Battlefield. So we're going to wait to see who Valpo decides to throw in. A couple different options. Have Cruel, the captain of this MVC team. Still have Chris and Fitz as well. Yeah. There may be someone else back there as well that I'm not aware of, but
I thought there was somebody else that came in before, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I did see a couple people, so I guess they're also an option too. But as far as people who have played in MVC matches, I mean, out of our probably I would consider core roster in the MVC for a tough opponent, I mean, it's probably going to be out of those 5. But you never know.
Still trying to decide on stage, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, this is on our end taking a long time at this point. So I think we were rushing through that first game because we knew we had this game coming up, but now they're taking their sweet time.
Yes, they are.
I guess we can.
It's hard for us to try and figure out what to talk about, though.
Hey, we can go through our schedule for the rest of the week. So Tuesday we have Rocket League MVC game again against Bradley. Thursday, Rocket League Gleck versus Anderson, and then Friday, Overwatch Gleck versus St. Xavier University. So that's our stream schedule. We'll be off this Saturday, which is typically kind of our Gleck game day for Easter weekend. So happy Easter and safe travels to everyone out there. But we'll have Chris on the Wolf hopping in here.
Chris on the Wolf, that is confirmed, I'm assuming? Okay. I wasn't sure because he did have to re-select the character, so I'm not sure if he just didn't like the color palette he chose or what. I don't know. I'm not sure if I completely agree with this choice, but it may just be a confidence thing going into it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I think of is Lucas is a similar character to Ness, so having a little bit of matchup knowledge.
Yeah. My main thing is that I just really like when we see having, like, Chris or Josh anchoring, because I feel like they're such strong players. They can really take care of a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the other kind of train of thought is like, oh, we'll build up a big enough lead going into last character, but we saw that not work in our first series. So you know, I think you're right.
Like I said, I just really like when I really prefer when we do lead with a good character and also anchor with a good player. Unfortunately, it just didn't really work out in the last game, but it was still a very close match in the end. So I think as a whole, it will be still very good looking into it.
On small battlefield, Lucas with only 1 stock remaining. Valpo looking to even up the scoreline here with taking the first stock. Doing a decent job at that so far. Wolf does have a lot of kill options.
Yes. Chris's main goal right now is just to kill this Lucas as fast as possible and avoid losing that stock as well. Not really using a gun laser thing a lot. Just trying to figure out exactly what he wants to do, I think. Trying to find these openings. and just kind of playing a neutral game right here. Fortunately, though, Chris is recovering high, which is definitely affecting how this Lucas does edge guarding, making it so that he doesn't actually really have to really can edge guard that much. Oh, and getting called out right there. Unfortunate for Chris, and probably going to take the stock shortly after. We'll see. That's unfortunately one of the biggest curses I've noticed from our crew battles,
Yeah,
is
it's kind of
losing it and then just taking it like immediately after.
Yeah, that's classic crew battle.
It's just so sad when it happens. Still trying to get out of neutral though. We just need to deal with the absolute most damage we can. It's definitely getting like trying to find these openings, and I think that's just the main thing that's kind of hard right now. This Lucas is doing incredibly well with. Chris is not really going for the edge guards right now either, which is a choice. I'm not exactly sure what his goal with that is. Might be just not finding them as well as he would like, or as safe as he thinks.
Yeah, the 2-frame's a little safer, but doesn't have as much as a success rate. I think the biggest trouble in this matchup is the inability to use laser as much as he really wants to, because Lucas can heal off it with his down B, which would kind of be counterintuitive for what he's looking to do with the laser. But able to get a soft connect forward tilt here, and Lucas, oh, I didn't know his a B went that far.
Still living. I'm hoping, recovering.
Gonna find it with the nair.
And then he does get it there, fortunately for Chris, not losing a second stock, but this does put him into a deficit going into the next fight, which is the 6v5.
Yep.
There was a pop-off from somebody. I don't know if that's somebody from a different team or what.
Sigh of relief, maybe, being done playing against Lucas.
I don't know. Who knows? I think it was Chris, but I wasn't completely sure going into that.
Yep.
So these are the characters that we're not quite sure about who they have.
Yeah, I have no idea. Although our Smash team did do some scouting today and throughout this week, watched a couple of VODs. So the coaches, the captains, the players are familiar. I'm not familiar.
Yeah. They're sending in a Greninja.
Oh. Interesting. I'm not super familiar with Greninja. Haven't seen a whole lot of games on stream.
I'm not very familiar with Greninja either. I've only seen an occasional Greninja here or there from last year's gameplay, but otherwise not really seeing Greninja all too much. So this is going to be a little bit more of an interesting commentation, because I'm not very aware of Greninja, and I'm assuming you aren't as well, since you said you don't see him that much.
He's a quick character, has some decent combo game, has trouble killing, his counter doesn't work too well, does have a projectile with his neutral B, the little star water thing. Up B has decent recovery, but I'd say the biggest thing is his ground speed. Very quick character.
Very fast, yes.
So I mean, if Wolf's lasering, he's got to be kind of far away just to for it to be safe. But yeah, not too familiar on this matchup, like who's favorite or whatnot. But we will be banning
FD, Town, and Battlefield. Understandable. FD, I can definitely understand Town as well. Just a very flat ground-based one. Just trying to avoid those flat ground. Going into PS2 for this next fight, so we'll see what.
Oh, Valpass switch stage. There we go.
Yeah.
Figured it out. PS2, the Smash Classic has those two side platforms. Very neutral stage, kind of considered the most neutral stage for most characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a fan favorite.
Definitely a fan favorite. Like we always say, we know the Smash players are going to PS2. So, sending in the Shiny Greninja going into this next game. This is going to be, Chris is going to have to lose one stock going into this fight, unfortunately. But we've seen Chris do crazy things, so we'll see what he does.
Yeah, not familiar with this player. Didn't hear it in kind of the little pregame talk I had with Ben. Um, yeah, we'll get started off here. Ninja also has these projectiles, so I'll be using a decent amount. Both characters kind of feeling it out. I don't believe Chris is too familiar with this matchup as well.
I don't think Chris is I don't think he is either, but still already doing a bit of damage, keeping it even. Still taking about twice as much damage up, but 15 to 30 in the long run isn't that much. Showing right there, proving my point, bringing it back up to 25. Unfortunately, getting called up by that side smash. Oof.
Oh, I forgot about that ability, that little quick dash thing on a side B. Very good as well and kills pretty early.
Yep.
But that forward smash was pretty huge, getting Wolf up to 93. Wolf in advantage state now, finding the forward tilt, gets Greninja off stage.
Taking, did get some very good reads, unfortunately just not enough to kill him at this rate. Unfortunately going into this. But Chris is doing very well with some of these reads. Unfortunately, he just is at a very high percent already. So, going to need to be playing very well for the next thing. Beautiful reads, beautiful knowledge, understanding, awareness of what's going on, what this Greninja is looking for. Main thing is just right now securing that kill. And he has got that already with Greninja already being down. Still being at 127%, which will make the stock very scary. But all he needs to do is just stay at high rage and maybe eventually get to max rage, and we'll see what happens. This Greninja doesn't really know exactly, has been missing most of his kill moves, not really pulling them off or getting the reads that he would like to get, definitely.
Yeah, it looks like Chris is settling into this match the farther it goes along, doing really well on this first stock, still hanging on to it. Gets the Greninja all the way up to 67.
Yes.
With rage and with Wolf's kill moves, back throw, back air. Definitely look to sneak a stock here.
Yes, Chris is doing incredibly well with reading all of these Greninja's moves, especially the kill moves. Just not going where he wants him to go. Unfortunately, not that one, but but Chris is doing a very good job trying to maintain this. Potentially taking another stock very early on and very quickly. Still doing just a lot of damage going into it. And just beautiful read. Yet again, and staying at 0%. Main goal right now, just finish off this stock and he'll be up one. He'll still be able to go into the next fight before we send in our last player.
Yep, all tied up 4-4 here. I was going to say tied in percent, but Chris already with a lead on this last stock by about 45%.
Yes, Chris is doing exceptionally well against this Greninja, just understanding exactly where the Greninja wants him to be, what the Greninja is looking for, at just every opportunity. Chris is just doing phenomenal, like I said. Getting every single read out is very good, and unfortunately Greninja is just not really able to play the game. Unfortunately, SDing there. So we are going into our next fight, and we don't really know who the fourth player is.
Yep, big thing about this is we did get to see all four of their characters, so we'll know going to the next game who they'll be playing, or at least have four of their players who we know who they play. Because, for example, Valpo does have 5 players, so could kind of
mix it up a bit.
Mix it up for sure. So Valpo with this 1 stock lead would be huge if we could retain this 1 stock lead, especially considering, you know, Pizza Man and Chris are kind of off the table as an anchor.
Yes.
So it would be huge if we could have a little bit of lead going into this last one. Especially MSU supposedly is a very strong team going into this one. Not exactly sure what their record is, but we do know they beat a team we lost to. So, I mean, just from that, knowing that they're kind of a tough opponent.
Yes, definitely.
Haven't heard anything yet as far as stage bans or character selections.
But lots of thought we're currently going into it.
Link. I'm going to assume that's Link, misspelled.
I'm going to assume so as well.
But,
that's a choice. That's an interesting typo if that's the case. It's like something Tink.
Oh, that's their tag.
Huh?
That's their
Oh,
tag.
that's a tag. That's a tag.
Yeah.
He like who's the player though?
Anyways, looks like Ben is gonna ban Town, FD, and Kalos or Chris. Ben talking on his behalf. Anyways, game 1 looking pretty solid. Do have an advantage in this best of 3 series.
Yes. And if we are looking at a Link player, Chris has a lot of experience against Link from Alex's playing of him. And this.
Oh.
Never mind. I think this is the Toon
Oh,
Link.
no. Tink stands for Toon Link.
Yeah, makes
that's
sense.
on me. That's on me. I knew that. I just didn't know that in the moment. I was like, what? Yeah, T to L is a pretty far jump in a misspelling. So I think you're right on. That's an odd misspelling there.
Yeah, I was like, that's a unique one. I wasn't gonna throw it out.
You know what? You know how in the first match we saw Young Link?
I think this might be the very good team.
Yeah,
Link.
this could be the very good Toon Link. So they have a Young Link
Yes.
and a Toon Link. Okay, yeah, I mean that would make sense. I mean, like you said, teams often like to anchor their best player. But I mean, doing really well so far. 40% unanswered. As I say that, does find a quick 20.
We never like to point out that they're doing well, but sometimes it's kind of unavoidable to not say. Main thing Chris needs to do though is just take one fight, just one win, and make it an uphill battle for the Toon Link going into it. The bombs have been on a little bit, just kind of trying to space him out, trying to keep him away from certain locations. Getting the reflector on the boomerang, but just keeping this very even. Main thing Chris really needs right now is just the quick lead and quick stock get rid of, because the longer you stay even, the longer you risk not getting that stock.
Oh, here comes jab lock forward smash, and that will do it.
That is unfortunate for Chris. That is a combo, and that gets him. That will finish it off, and going into our last player.
We do have between Cruel, and then also Fitz as well. I don't know why I keep forgetting Fitz. It's been a long day. It's a Monday.
Yes.
Gotta give us a little grace. But one thing to note about the NECC and MVC is that once you play one character, you can't play the same character again. So we saw Pizza Man Josh on the King K rule, which means Cruel cannot play King K rule. If he goes in here, would have to play their Diddy Kong, which they have been working on a lot recently. So wouldn't really be surprised at seeing him or Fitz. Yeah, gonna be interested.
Personally, I like the idea of Fitz going into the next one. So
I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Cruel, and the reason why is because it's the captain of the team, and he's probably going to want to put himself in over someone else. And it looks like we will get Diddy Kong. But I mean, that's the only reason I'm guessing that is because if I were the captain and I had the decision, be like, okay, do I put in myself or someone else? Like, I want to put myself in. But been working on this Diddy Kong a lot. Pretty solid matchup in the Toon Link. Will be having to deal with those projectiles a lot. They do ban FD in both battlefields. Yeah, I mean, after all these matches, we are tied up 3-3 in game 1.
Just gotta wait
it out, man.
To be selected.
But in this matchup, Diddy Kong will be looking for kill confirms with his banana. One thing they have been working on is when you throw that banana, if they're shielding, don't want to smash attack on shield because it's punishable. Toon Link will be able to find an up B into a up air, some sort of punish off his up B, because it is Toon Link is actually the combo move up, or Toon Link is the kill move up B. Young Link is the combo move up B. I believe that's correct.
I see.
But anyways, up B out of shield is pretty solid. So we'll be looking for that banana into smash attack for kill confirms. Other than that, Diddy Kong has a pretty tough time killing. And I think he'll have a tough time in the neutral game against the Toon Link, just because Toon Link has so many projectiles. It's pretty quick, pretty small hurt box as well. Yeah, Missouri State looking like a pretty solid team.
Yep, so we are going to Hollow Bastion too for this one. Looking for an interesting thing. I haven't actually seen the Diddy Kong in a game yet, so we'll have to see how it goes. Just gotta wait it out. It's a very long waiting period, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like it's been on our end this match too, which doesn't happen too often, but taking our time over there. I mean, to be fair, it is a close match. Is an important match in the MVC for playoff qualification and whatnot. So we'll have a straight up even 3 versus 3 stock battle here.
Yep, so going into this, we're looking at 11 to 6% already, dealing a fair amount of damage going into it. Just gotta look for these combos, still dealing a fair amount of damage going into it. 16%, 39 to 16, still continuing. 25, 31. Main thing right now is just going to be getting these kill confirms quick. You want to kill the opponent while you still have stocks and they don't. Otherwise, you're going into everything with a risk of potentially losing after them. So, keeping it fairly even right now, still doing a fair amount of damage going into it. I think the Toon Link is quite put off by the Diddy Kong, but we'll see. Equals even percents right now, pretty much.
Yeah, we've seen these projectiles a big part of the game, especially this banana. We do see it pulled again. It's a super important part of Diddy Kong's kit. Also, got to be worried the Toon Link is familiar with projectiles, so hopefully it doesn't get used against him.
Yep. So, one more good move, still keeping it fairly even. Both characters will probably be able to die at any point. Nope. Still making it to stage from that location. Still keeping it even though, that's the main goal right here. Just gonna try and keep it at a very even game. Unfortunately, losing the stock first, that's not what we like to see. Main thing right now is just getting it as fast as possible. Like I said, going to try and keep it as even as possible. Unfortunately, just not being able to escape fast enough and getting out of advantage while the Toon Link is invincible. Taking a fair amount of damage already, but can be negated in the long term. Interesting choices have been, I feel like I'm seeing a lot of, different things, and it's just not really working, and it's a very long, hard projectile game. And the main thing right now is that this Toon Link is playing extremely aggressive. Normally when a character is up, they're normally not going for things. They typically want you to approach them, not the other way around. But this Toon Link has still been approaching, even being up. So going into it, unfortunately, getting already taken out while Toon Link is at 41%. Not looking very good right now. Just gotta get this kill very quickly. That's the main thing he's gonna look for. Unfortunately, even percents, but that's not what you want when your opponent's a stock up.
Looked like this Toon Link is picking up on some of Cruel's neutral options here, doing a great job in the neutral game, and lapped him here. Diddy Kong at 190, and that will kill, and that will do it for game 1, going to Missouri State.
So this is going to be an interesting decision. I think we're probably going to have to pause. We're going to pause here for a bit, just while they figure out bans and such like that, I'm assuming.
We'll take a quick break and be right back for game 2.
Yep.
And welcome back to game 2. We have King K. Rool versus the Lucas. The Lucas having a pretty solid game 1 here, but so did the King K. Rool. So excited to see this matchup.
Yep, definitely excited to see this matchup. We're looking at an interesting choice, though, going into it, as King K. Rool's hitbox is very big. Both of them do have strong projectile game, though, however. So, hoping for some good stuff going into it. Unfortunately, taking a fair amount of damage to his stomach armor already. Not what you like to see going into it. However, lots of damage being done by Josh going in. 110, this is death? Nope, not yet.
Yeah, we did see this Lucas have a very good mash in game 1, so opting with the safe move in the up tilt there, so not going to find the kill, but this will kill.
Yep, that does kill. It's bringing 73 to 0%. Josh is currently on his game right now, just trying to get, doing a fair amount of damage and not letting this Lucas use his PK Fire or many of his other moves. Getting the grab throw, unfortunately getting edge guarded there, but still keeping it even. We would still like to see them losing their stocks first over us.
Yeah, based off how game 1 went, I think having a lead after this match is going to be crucial to Valpa's success in game 2.
Yes.
Do you have a good percent lead here? Do you see that looking for that bat interaction with the counter? Lucas smartly not going for the bat on that one.
Yes, and barely taking a lot of damage, just kind of waiting for the Lucas to come to him. I think that's a very smart idea for Josh in this scenario, taking still only at 1/4 of the amount that Lucas has. Unfortunately getting punished there, but getting out of that punish and combo. Just kind of trying to fish for anything that can finish Lucas off. Unfortunately getting hit by PK Fire, and Lucas has his crown, so he's not in a very good situation right now.
Yeah, Lucas did get a lot of work done with that crown in the first game.
Yes, he did. Just trying to avoid him getting the crown. I think that is a very good idea going into it. Dealing a fair amount of damage, getting back into this state. Fortunately, he is not at kill percent yet unless you get a very good edge guard. Doing a lot of damage. PK3 is going out for the first time. It's just still doing a lot of damage, but not killing just yet. Heavy characters and all that. Looking at this, no crown going into it. Just trying to avoid that being anything that he has. Just a really rough game right now for Josh going into it. 157 to 45. One nice thing would be really just seeing Josh get this kill early on, but he is extremely high, and that's not going to be lasting very long. Still very possible right now. Just managing to turn it around compared to the last game. 10% to 56%, doing a lot better than then. Keeping that very good lead up and about. Just trying to look for those final moves, trying to secure the kill. And unfortunately, still just trying to find them. Not really able to call things out. That could be death. No, it's not. We love that little snake guy.
I did not know he could recover that high once again. He has longer up B than Ness for sure, because Ness would have been dead there.
Yes, Ness would have been very dead there. Fortunately for K. Rool, he is able to escape a lot more. Main thing right now is just avoiding that edge guard, because that one edge guard almost got him there. He was very close if K. Rool didn't have such a very good recovery.
Yeah, good air dodge there, not getting caught by the up air. These bats are making this crown not as effective as usual, but this is going to do it with the up tilt.
And that does kill, bringing us into a 10v9 going into this next one. I'm not exactly sure who they'll go with next. I'm thinking they'll probably anchor with the Toon Link again. Maybe the Greninja, maybe, but that would be sending a strong foe against one of the players that didn't play so well. And typically, when players don't play so well, they're not going into the next match confident unless they're looking for revenge.
Like Josh was in our first series.
Yes, Josh, like Josh was.
Yeah, I think you're right. Think we're gonna expect the Toon Link as the anchor. Do also have the Young Link as the option as well. But gonna be waiting on bans. Valpo has been taking their sweet old time tonight, but no worries. So I do have one more stock of this K Rool
Joker,
and they will be sending in Joker, which is a new character. Like I said, I mean, we kind of had their 4 characters figured out, but here comes in their 5th character. Do have some good experience against Joker, as Wes does have a pretty solid Joker. So I'm going to assume this isn't one of their better players just since he didn't play in the first set. But anyways.
Trying out a new thing, trying out something different. So we'll see what happens. Just gotta wait for bans.
Yeah, so for Valpo, you think you'd like to see Chris anchoring for this game too?
I would like to see Chris anchor. I like seeing us put our better it really depends on how it's structured. Sometimes I like to see Fit start out. But typically I really like to see Josh or Chris anchor. Just because I feel like those are some of the best people who are able to really take back like any situation they're given and do a lot with it.
And have been, participating on the esports team for so many years, so do kind of have that clutch factor where they don't really get nervous in any situation they've been thrown in because they've been in that situation before. And also are just really solid players. But
yes,
we'll be getting into this one. One stock of King K. Rool left against this Joker for state.
Yeah, this is a very bad situation. This is a very bad matchup for K. Rool, as I do see that what is it called? The grappling hook come into effect a lot against K. Rool when I see Wes playing Josh. So.
Yeah, but having a bad matchup, nothing new to Josh.
Yep.
I think like 90% of the cast is a bad match. I'm actually not sure what K. Rool is good into. Probably Ganondorf, Little Mac.
Very interesting. I'm not exactly aware of what K. Rool is good into. I just know who Josh has done consistently well against. Using Crown Armor there against Gun, very good choice. Getting another grab and a feat. Just getting Persona in the getting Arsene in the air is very useful. However, it's not useful when you get grabbed. Still using Crown Armor, and I'm really liking that use of Crown Armor. Just using it as a way to just avoid gun camping, which is such a powerful tool that Joker has. Taking Ari dealing so much damage, Joker is pretty much at kill percent right here. That is death, very much so. And Ari at such a low percent, this is not looking good for this Joker player.
Already has Arsene from that little counter.
Exactly.
Oh, not able to find the spike.
Going low and trying to spike K. Rool, but that's not one choice you should try and make very often. Crown Armor and Propeller are very powerful tools that can help prevent K. Rool from being spiked. Ari still doing significant amounts of damage here going up against this Joker. I think that is death. Yep, that is.
Able to find the right timing on that up smash. Going to secure a solid lead for Valpo at the minimum. If not, find a 3-stock here. Joker going to find a little combo though to get K. Rool up to 70.
Yep, he does find that combo, and he is getting close to Arsene, which could make this very possible to take back for the Joker. However, losing 2 stocks already against the K. Rool is not something this Joker is wanting. However, that is a down smash. Going in, getting Arsene, this is a bit of a scary situation for Josh. Main thing right now is just going to try and get him to not have Arsene for as long, as soon as possible. Doing a lot of damage going in. Early jump, and unfortunately that is an edge guard. But fortunately for Valpo, Josh did take 2 stocks, ending out with taking 5 total stocks on that match. Very good showing.
Yeah, Josh playing really well there. 5 stocks total. Anything over 3 is definitely a great performance.
Yes.
Take a look at who Valpo is sitting in next.
Yes, I think now would be a very cool opportunity maybe to see. Honestly, I think the Fitz, Diddy Kong, or Link would all be very good choices here. Ooh, interesting.
We'll see Dwarfmare on a different character this time on the Samus.
Very interesting.
Once again, this is another player who kind of has this pocket pick, been working on this secondary. And this match was pretty solid. I think out of anybody on our team, Dwarfmare does have the most Joker experience because him and Wes play 24/7.
Quite literally.
Yeah, I don't know if they were like roommates at one point.
They are roommates.
Oh, they're currently roommates?
They are currently roommates.
But anyways, they talk about they play together a lot, so he is very familiar with this matchup. Even though there is only 1 stock left, it is still important to factor in.
Yep. So banning both the Joker and or not banning Joker, banning PS2 in both battlefields, allowing Alex to decide on exactly what stage he wants to take the Joker to. I'm liking the choice of Hollow Bastion. Not confirmed yet, but I think that's the choice. I think that's a very good choice. Yes, indeed. So we are going to Hollow Bastion. Joker will have to lose 2 stocks once we get in, though. So very risky for this Joker. And fortunately for Alex, all he has to do is take 1. So hopefully he doesn't lose 1 in the process, but we'll see. Regardless of what he does right now, he'll still be up. Valpo will still be up regardless.
Yeah, I think it is important too for Valpo in this game too to kind of have a decent lead going into the Toon Link. Would be nice to have little extra security, but they will have to maybe restart this match.
I think so. That was a
or
bit
they'll give him
damage.
a little jab. Maybe we'll see. Yep, can he get the jab? Oh, not exactly even.
It's even enough.
Yeah, it's
at
a
least.
2% penalty for Joker for that early hit, I guess.
Yes.
But yeah, they figured it out.
So main goal right now is just to deal just knock him out as quickly as possible. However, one thing about Alex is that he has a lot of experience learning about Samus from our previous members of the team. Unfortunately, already taking a large amount of damage with Arsene. Arsene meter not going down very quickly. But he has gotten a fair amount of charge for his charge shot there. So hopefully looking for some good stuff. Arsene almost gone, which is a very good sign for Alex going into it. Doing fair amount of damage. Arsene is still pretty.
Oh, and gonna SD from that.
That
bomb.
is unfortunate right there. That was a very possible game. Unfortunately, Joker just missed his up B. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, he had his tether grab, ran out of invincibility when he was going back up, and then didn't really realize he was off the ledge till it was too late. But anyways, Valpo going to have a 3-stock advantage going into their next player. So yeah, they do have the Young Link, the Toon Link, and then the Greninja as well as an option. I'm expecting to see the Young Link. Because I think he was their 3rd best player out of all of them we've seen so far.
I'm expecting to see the Young Link as well. Hoping to see what gets sent in. Just waiting on it. We'll see.
Anyways, Valpo does have a very solid lead. Still has 2 players after Dwarfmare to send in.
So there is no Young Link, but it is the Greninja this time. So interesting choices there. Not really sure what Alex is going to ban here. Plenty of options. Going in banning Smash Bill, Final Destination, and Kalos. So we'll see what stage gets chosen. Speeding up, fortunately speeding up a little bit of the bans right here. Making it a little easier for us to talk. Unfortunately, choosing the stage though is going a little bit slow.
What if you could ban characters in Smash?
That'd be
like you can in League of Legends.
I mean, I feel like it would be Steve, Kazuya, Steve and Kazuya would be the first 2 bans.
Well,
Assuming Steve isn't banned already.
Yeah.
I know Kazuya would probably be a first ban.
Nah, dude.
He's too strong.
Yeah, he's pretty busted. That's why I play him.
He's got too many combo games that is very much so 0 to death. Too many good ones. So you gotta avoid those. Still waiting for stage select going into this. Oh, PS2. I read that as PlayStation 2 for a second, but no, that's Pokemon Stadium 2.
Yep, so we'll have an even 3-stock versus 3-stock matchup here for this Greninja.
Waiting.
You're gonna have to go back to stage
Remember, just switch the stage, everybody.
Yeah. But in this match specifically, I think Dwarvmare is going to be looking to use his projectiles, kind of find his way in with that projectile use. Probably a lot of fairs coming out. And the Greninja did a really good job of utilizing his ground speed, the side B, and also finding some kills with some big reads on forward smash. Had a huge charge forward smash on Chris in the first game. Other than that, not too familiar with this matchup.
One thing I am a bit aware, I believe I'm correct on, is that Alex has a fair amount of experience against Greninja, from what I'm aware of.
That's definitely good to hear.
I believe one of our previous members played Greninja as a secondary.
Gotcha.
Not a lot, but a little bit of experience. What are we doing?
Not entirely sure.
Oh, controller error.
Oh.
That would be why. There you go.
Alright, looks like we'll get started here.
Yes. Starting.
Past 2 matches have had a little bit of an interesting start.
Yes, very good sportsmanship though. Most people would have already dealt damage or anything. At least I feel like that most likely would be the case. Already dealing a fair amount, 3% to 5%. Main goal right here is just trying to stick up as much as possible. Greninja's main goal, killing the Samus. Right now, going into it, he and the other player would have to at least take 4 to 5 stocks off each of our members. So very tough battle going into it, but not impossible, seeing as they still do have their Toon Link, who is incredibly good. Still just a long war of attrition right now going on into it. Samus just dealing Samus has the most damage, but frankly honest, you can get it back fairly quickly. 30 to 41%, like I said, get back very quickly, and back to a higher percent again. Still just trying to deal that small chip damage is really what I'm seeing a lot of from this Greninja. 57 to 83. Now we're getting somewhere and hoping, potentially going to see some potential kill on the Greninja right now. Mainly just a very stally gameplay right now. Very much so camping from both team members. So.
Greninja doing a good job navigating around these projectiles so far with those quick jumps.
Yeah, very good job, but he's just unable to get some damage in during them. Getting damage in though now, getting a combo, but otherwise still not enough to kill. Samus can recover from quite a bit, so able to get up, getting that up B out of shield, very nice. Still just not enough to kill though. Gotta just deal with that. Oh, that is enough to kill though.
That was a great bomb into charge shot there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was just great knowledge of the character there. Wouldn't expect it to be a pocket pick with a play like that. Does get the down throw into forward air, a lot of percent here.
Yes, very good knowledge of the character, very good knowledge on timing, and just a good read in general going into it. Alex is finding a lot more of his footing, able to do a lot of damage immediately, just able to do a lot to the Greninja, getting that extra chip damage and just, well, was avoiding getting killed, but he has still got a fair amount against this Greninja going into it. Having 23% against to 83 is still nothing to compare, especially when a single move can definitely send a Greninja very far. So getting out of these combo starters from the Greninja is very good. Unfortunately, Greninja is getting close to max rage, so you're gonna want to kill him quickly. Main thing we need right now, and well, one good hit, but that's not gonna do it apparently. That will do it though. And that is bringing us to 47-0 going into Greninja's final stock, but Alex still has 2 stocks remaining. This is not looking good for Greninja here, just based on the fact that he will need to try and take 2 stocks alone and take another 3 afterwards. So not very good position to be in from the Greninja, just in general.
Yeah, an even match or a winning match from Dwarfmare here. I mean, looks really good for Valpo in game 2 here because they do have a 4 stock advantage at the moment. Honestly, in position to even win with 2 stocks.
Yep, a very good position to win with 2 stocks as he's not really taken much damage. Alex has been playing very well around looking for exactly what Greninja wants specifically. Very nice up from ledge option there. Greninja was not expecting it. So I think that was a good option. That is Death continuing to keep 2 stocks for himself going into it. Going into the Toon Link with 2 stocks and 2 people behind him, including Chris, Diddy Kong, or Fitz potentially, all could potentially show up. So I think this is really looking good right now.
Yeah, Valpo in a really good spot here in game 2 with a 5 stock advantage. This Toon Link is a really good player, but I mean, I think Valpo's in a really good spot for game 2 here.
Yes.
No, we're in a similar situation in our first series of the day and weren't able to win it. However, first of all, I do think that Snake was a better player than this Toon Link. Not to mention, what was I going to say? Do have an extra stock. It was 7-3, now we're 8-3. Dwarfmare is playing very solid right now. Has already taken 2 stocks, I believe.
Yep.
It still has 2 remaining, or 3.
We're going in with the same bands, and we're going to be seeing the Toon Link coming on out. So, it's going to Town and City. I don't think that's a terrible choice. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how things are looking. We're definitely up currently, so pretty exciting going into it. Just gotta wait because I'm really hoping for a good showing from both people. Lots of experience though with Link, so I think that will definitely help out Alex in this one.
Yeah, all the Links are a little bit different, but definitely like a similar idea at the end of the day, even though their moves are slightly different. All have boomerangs, arrows, up Bs out of shield, similar recovery pattern.
Yes.
But yeah, Alex already off to a great start with 3 stocks and 2 stocks remaining for him.
Yep. Already trading for fair amounts of damage, taking 17, going to 37. This is some very good gameplay currently from Samus. Going in 41-37, still keeping it even. This is not a bad place to be. Even taking 1 stock is useful, because that's really all he needs to take. 80 and then 37. 80-52, even, yes, but still very much so in Valpo's favor.
Yeah, even is winning. It's the name of the game.
That is the name of the game right now. Kind of just playing the long haul, playing a lot of camping. Main thing I think we're going to be seeing tonight, which has been making the game so long. Very still grasping on at the very end there. Doing 96, 99, still keeping it even, but like Henry said, even is winning.
In this situation specifically, for sure.
Specifically in this situation.
Able to find a great back air and take the first stock air.
Very nice back air going into this. Alex is playing very well right now. doing very good against the Toon Link, going in, still doing a lot of damage, bringing it to like 58%. So yet again, just finding those moves, not even taking a single hit of damage. Very good for the Samus. I really like the Samus pick for going in.
Oh, and the Toon Link
That's
will
another,
SD.
that is an SD, unfortunately. Samus only needs to take, Alex needs to take one stock, and then that takes it for Valpo going into the next game. This is not a place where this Toon Link wants to be. And frankly honest, Alex is playing out of his mind right now, taking only still at 114% and just not losing his life. And keep in mind that behind that 114% is still another stock. Alex is at a very good position right now, no matter how soon he loses the stock. Same thing with Valpo. There he loses a stock. However, this is fairly even in the long term, and that's not good for Toon Link, as we said. This specific case scenario is not a good scenario for Toon Link, and we mainly just want to see where exactly, not exactly, we just mainly see a kill confirm or an early kill from Toon Link on the Samus. And right now, Samus is just at such a high percentage, not really possible for a kill confirm. So I would really like to see some cool edge guarding, but I think Samus does in fact live there. Doing the same edge guard option, like I said, I really liked that before. Now both characters are getting at high percentage. Alex being able to acknowledge what the Toon Link was going for, trying to avoid it. Very good. Now we're just looking for kill confirms, kill combos, kill confirms, whatever you want to call them.
Yep. Both players at kill percent here. Final stock for MSU in game 2 here. Valpo still has 7 remaining here. Looking to close it out in this game though with the Samus to avoid having to go through another pick ban process.
Nobody likes the ban process apparently.
Just in the caster booth.
In the caster booth specifically, we do not like the ban process. It's a little tedious, I'll say that much.
Oh, and able to find the kill with the dash stack. And Alex playing extremely well. Josh and Alex combined, able to take all 12 stocks just with them too.
I know Josh took about 6. I think no, Josh took 5. Alex took 7.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
And still with a stock to spare there.
Exactly.
So Valpo will even up the scoreboard 1-1. And I mean, they lost game 1 and then won game 2 by 7 stocks, which is, I mean, just a crazy turnaround for sure.
Yeah, must have just needed some more warm up, I guess.
I mean, this is their going into our 5th game of the night, so I think they've had plenty of warm up by now.
Might have needed some more, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyways, we will be right back after a short break for game 3. And welcome back to Game 3 of our Missouri Valley Conference match versus Missouri State. Missouri.
It's a unique one.
Oh yeah, having the Toon Link start off.
Having the Toon Link start off was not something I was expecting. I was expecting the Toon Link to anchor again, but I guess not. Hoping to maybe avoid the Samus maybe and get some extra kill percentage off. However, Josh is saying no thank you. Never mind, Josh is back to saying it's an even game. Keeping it even though is perfectly fine for us. Main goal right now is just to use 3 stocks and if necessary have Alex and Chris pop off with the rest because Alex's Samus was doing a lot of work the last game, getting a down air, making a lot of amazing killing Toon Link at a very low percent. So starting off very strong from Josh going in. However, Josh is going to be at kill percent, so very good hit could just kill him right here.
Yeah, and Toon Link not able to find these kill confirms off that bomb or boomerang there, and King K. Rool because of that able to build up a little percent on this second stock and climbing.
Definitely, definitely not what this Toon Link's going to be looking for. He definitely needs these kill confirms, but just isn't able to get the reads out. I did see one read that he just unfortunately mistimed or just misread in the wrong direction. Unfortunately, there was no air dodge there. Still taking some more chip damage, but chip damage isn't really going to do much. Doing a lot of damage. That was a close one. Still gotta just. Oop. Not quite taking the stock yet. Just gotta try and figure out exactly how, because Josh is getting close to taking a second stock against this Toon Link. Definitely learning a thing or two from the past few fights. Doing a fair amount of damage against Toon Link. And taking that.
That'll do it.
Taking that still at 183%. Just Toon Link just unfortunately missing his reads and just getting hit by small things that get him out of his thing. That Crown has been putting in a lot of work against Josh this one fight. That Crown has stopped several smash attacks from coming out if you didn't notice. So that will kill unfortunately for Josh, but fortunately for him, this is going to be the last stock for this Toon Link, leaving a fair amount of room for mess ups as well going into this fight. With the Toon Link at 96%, he can get a bit creative, and I am seeing a lot of these spikes coming out. Not seeing a lot of trying to throw them out, just kind of trying to get their use in. Unfortunately, missing them just from the invincibility frames on there. Getting some more chip damage against him done. Mainly just keeping the same percentage going into it. Just trying to rack up. The Toon Link's mainly trying to rack up damage, but it's not really going to do much if you can't knock him out.
Josh looking to close out this stock here and will do it with that down throw.
That down throw will take that stock. Going in with this, we are going into 11-9 here. Very good lead that Josh just took. And a very nerve-wracking for Missouri State. So
yeah, knocking out arguably one of their best players there. Had been anchoring with him previously. Do have that Lucas, have the Joker, have the Greninja, and then the Young Link as well. So 4 more options left for these 3 slots. Valpo won't have to worry about who we're picking because Josh still has 2 stocks left. So
yeah, Josh still has 2 stocks, and I bet he was going to put in a lot of work. Next they're throwing in the Lucas, which the Lucas has from what I remember, was a little bit of more of a challenge for Josh going into it.
Yeah.
Josh was unable to take 3 stocks off of the Lucas. He only took 2.
Yeah, and you
Yes.
notice specifically how useful that crown was in that matchup. The crown, when he was playing against the Lucas, got hit back at him with the baseball bat a couple times there.
Yes.
So the projectiles will be a little less useful than usual for the King K. Rool, and that's a big part of his neutral game.
Yeah, for that game, the Lucas was very aware of how the matchup for against King K. Rool is, using the crown at very good opportunities, knowing how to get rid of it, knowing how to use it, blah blah blah. He was very good at knowing that knowledge, and that unfortunately just caused Josh to lose 2 stocks during it, I believe. So still waiting for the bans, going to PS2 yet again. Not sure what they expected.
Yeah, Valpo with a solid lead here in Game 3. Off to a great start, but we'll see if Josh can keep it up and keep this lead going. 2 stocks left against Lucas's 3 here.
Definitely going to be looking interesting going into this. Josh will lose 1 stock, but they will be coming. But he still can do a lot with 2 stocks, as we have noticed, as we have seen, and as of right now, he has done exactly what he needs to do. So we'll see if he can get any extra credit, but if he doesn't, he is perfectly fine where he is. So already taking a fair amount of damage on this Lucas already, 43, 54. Oof, and this Lucas is not in a very good spot where you want to be. Taking a lot of that damage is already going to be putting him in the kill zone against Josh. And Josh, who's playing K. Rool, is a very heavy character, which means he will most likely be able to kill him at any point now. Whereas Lucas cannot kill currently. And will not be able to for a fair amount of time, even after that 1 hit. K. Rool is still a decent bit away from dying. Lucas is at kill percent right now, very well at kill percent. Josh just looking for something to catch him out on, trying to find that little 1 mistake just to avoid, and unfortunately that will do it. Using the bat to return the crown instead of the cannonball was definitely affected that choice. Taking him out of the Lucas trying to I'm losing my words right now. Lucas trying to ledge camp.
Yeah.
Ledge trap him. Oh my gosh. My words are not working for me. I apologize.
It's a Monday night. It's been a long series.
It has
Not
been.
to mention the series before that as well.
Yes, this one has been exceptionally long. And but Josh is saying that he wants it over and done with, taking 117 damage and just telling this Lucas he is done. Lots of damage being done against the Lucas, and Lucas is just unable to find any of his kill confirms or anything to kill. Mainly right now, he's kind of won a few just not getting any grabs. Josh is very aware of what Lucas is looking for, and he is very aware of how to keep his crown in the best situation possible. Look, this is not looking good for Missouri State, and just keeping those things. Unfortunately, Lucas does trade there with Josh, but that trade is not very much so in his favor. Taking an additional 25% only to take a stock, not in the long term the best situation you want.
He does find this ledge trapping scenario here very tough to deal with if you're not sure what you're doing, but able to double jump out of it.
Yep, able to jump out of it, which does help him. However, he still gets hit by the crown, gets brought back, and unfortunately does get punished for that hit. Josh is popping off right now, and I don't know, somebody's letting Josh cook, and I don't know who it is.
Yeah, Valpo up 10-6 now. Josh taking another 3 stocks, so at 6 already. Definitely on pace
Yes.
for a Valpo win.
Yes.
But game 3 off to a phenomenal start. Once
Mhm.
again, won't have to worry about who we're throwing in because Josh is still in there.
Yep. And somehow, and like I feel like this is kind of getting them a little bit like thrown off. Honestly, I feel like Missouri State was doing very well, and now they're kind of feeling a little bit thrown off. We are seeing a Fox though being thrown in.
Oh,
That's a different one. Maybe trying to go for just something slightly different just to get the edge on. But we'll see what we're looking
yep.
at.
This will be their sub going in, someone who hasn't played yet. So curious to see
No,
how
he
the
has
Fox is going to do.
he has played. This is their Joker player.
Oh, gotcha,
Mhm.
gotcha.
Yes, this is their Joker player. So he'll be coming in with the Fox. So that is a interesting choice going in. Seeing Battlefield, Smashville, and Final Destinations all bans. Not exactly sure. Oh, Town and City. So we are going to Town and City. Josh will have to lose 2 stocks once we get in. Shouldn't be too all Josh doesn't even need to take a single loss. He is cooking. He has cooked a lot. He is good for the rest of tonight. Currently, how it's looking right now, if Missouri State wants to try and win this, they're going to have to take at least 5 stocks each, which is a very tough ask for people.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we'll have Josh's final stock here versus Fox's 3. Valpo with a 10-6 lead here.
Yes. So Josh will have to unfortunately take the 2 stocks going into this.
Yeah, Town and City can find some early kills on these side blasts on specifically. And we'll see how Fox is able to navigate these projectiles. Does have Shine, which is going to be a huge thing we'll see in this match.
Town and City is very useful though for both characters. Those smaller blast zones mean that everyone dies much sooner, but that's definitely, in my opinion, I feel like that's very beneficial for 4K rule. Granted, that does mean that he will die significantly sooner due to those smaller blast zones. However, it will be much easier to kill Fox in that scenario. Unfortunately, taking one already from Fox, barely only taking 27% in the process, and just doing a very good job. Josh is letting nobody cook today. He is the only one, and unfortunately, Fox SD's just getting knocked off the platform, being unable to get back. Josh is doing a phenomenal job edge guarding, finishing this off. Josh is saying it's gone on long enough, I guess. Josh is cooking, and he is not leaving anything for anyone else, apparently. Taking 67%, Josh has already successfully done way more than he needs to, having already taken 8 stocks. And he is the first person of Valpo to go. That is a crazy accomplishment, especially for our senior. And taking 9 stocks. Josh is cooking, and unfortunately, I think that's getting to Missouri State's head right now. I think I've been seeing a lot of small mistakes that are just kind of getting added up, and Josh is taking advantage of every single one of them. I just feel bad for them because it's those like just kind of getting to your head, and I completely understand what that's like.
Yeah, I mean, I think MSU is having a tough time getting back in this match. Went off to a little bit slow start at the beginning of game 3, and Valpo has been taking advantage for sure. And Josh has cracked this lead wide open, up 10 stocks to 3 in game 3.
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing phenomenal right now. He's had a phenomenal night. I mean,
yeah, I can't say anything.
I mean, we can still hear the energy through the wall. They're still popping off.
Yes.
So still really excited. And yeah, gonna have the last character for MSU for the night. And we'll see what Josh is able to do, if he's able to find yet another 3 stock and accomplish the ever rare 12 stock, or if they're able to finally take down this demon in Josh's King K roll.
So it appears that they are going to be sending in Greninja. That is going to be a little going to be interesting. Waiting to see what the bans are for Greninja. Greninja is a very fast character, especially against K. Rool. So we'll see. I don't think we've seen Greninja versus K. Rool yet. I don't believe so. I could be wrong.
I do not remember it, but it definitely could have happened with me not remembering it.
Yes. So banning both Battlefields and Smashville. Not sure where we'll be going, but we're just wait to see. They're really focused on thinking about this one, trying to think about what's the best way, because for Greninja to have a chance, the best they need to kill K. Rool without losing a single stock.
Yep.
And that is a very difficult ask.
So, I mean, even if King K. Rool does end up losing this battle here, still have 3 players remaining for the side of Valpo, including Chris, Dwarfmare, Samus, which we saw go crazy in Game 2, Fitz, have the Diddy Kong as well. So a lot of options here, but I mean, hopefully Josh could just close it out here, although I feel like it's unlikely, but I thought it was unlikely last time, and it still happened.
Yeah, I thought it was unlikely too, and then suddenly they brought it back, so...
Yeah, FD, interesting pick. Haven't seen it all night in both series, so I mean, that's like 20-30 combined games that we haven't seen Final Destination. So finally makes it through the banning phase. Is quite a polarizing stage, has no platforms whatsoever. So this long flat stage, which Greninja does pretty well on, but once again, I feel like I guess we'll find out, see how he's able to utilize this stage choice.
Yep, we do rarely see Final Destination, especially even in Glac 2. I feel like I never see it being played, and I always forget it's a stage until it comes out of nowhere.
I feel like it's because the characters either do really well on it or really poorly on it. So you just see it banned a lot, or like never picked against a character that like doesn't ban it. But yeah, we'll see it here. FD not really bad for King K. Rool at the same time.
Yep, so definitely a good thing. Taking a little bit of chip damage. Just gotta try and like get around these little small things. Just a very campy gameplay style, and I do not blame the Greninja one bit. It's gotta be a slow fight going into it. Both of them taking 32 and 38, 53. This is not looking good for Greninja going in. Granted, K. Rool Greninja only needs probably a solid few counters, then can successfully, easily take out things. Almost getting punished there. Very good that Josh didn't mess up his spacing a bit there, which prevented Greninja from dying. Most likely would have died there. We are seeing him take a lot of damage, and Josh is just still not struggling to hang on at one bit. He's taking quite a bit of damage, using up B. Fortunately for Josh,
able to find the return crown in the up air. Huge kill confirmed there.
Yep, huge combo there. Greninja unable to take a stock first, which will be leaving him at a disadvantage for any future match coming forward. Not getting the punish that he wanted though. Greninja able to do a few small ledge trap kind of things, but just kind of trying to avoid getting close, but unfortunately in these case scenarios, you kind of have to get close in order to have a chance. And right now, Josh is taking all of his opportunities with him. Staying at 102%, really just being incredibly.
I mean, that's another punish he missed, but able to find the down air and up smash. I was going to say, it looks like Josh is starting to run out of steam here, but still getting it done. Has missed spacing and timing on a couple punishes, but nonetheless, still has taken 2 stocks without losing one.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm...
I wouldn't be... Go ahead.
I don't know why I'm, like, noting bad plays in his gameplay considering he's taken 11 stocks.
Yeah.
But
But I
unfortunately,
mean, he's probably just tired, honestly.
dude,
That's
I
what
mean,
I was
I would be.
feeling.
That's a lot of Smash games in a row.
That was,
He's like, guys, I need a break. I'll let you guys finish this one out.
yeah.
Valpo up 10-1 here. In a
9-1 actually.
Oh, 9-1. Sorry.
No
Hey,
worries.
I'm starting to get tired too. Running down the street.
I think we're all getting tired going into it.
It's
This
not
is
even 9 o'clock yet, but it feels draining.
it is very draining to do casting for quite a bit of time, which is why I always like to have breaks in between my casting. It's rare that you'll see me cast a Rocket League game on Saturdays because I need a break.
Yep. But anyways, looks like Valpo is going to finish off with Cruel on the Diddy Kong.
Or try and finish off.
Trying to finish off. Game is not over yet.
Game is certainly
but
not over.
are in a very good position to win this series, and able to climb back from losing game one. I mean,
Yes.
this was like a very competitive, close series in game one, and Valpo's really pulled away in game two,
Yeah.
especially in game three.
In game 2 and 3, I think they noticed small details and they really capitalized it. That's one of the things that I see all the time when Valpo has those huge comebacks is they see these small details and they're able to pick them out and go for them and it just helps them lead into like very high success rates.
Yeah, you can really tell that like the players who aren't playing are like really focusing and paying attention on what they're doing against our other players. So like when it's their name's called, it's time to go in. Like they're ready to go. So it's really good to see from our players. But yeah, I mean, game three, last series of the night. Yeah, would be another win in the Missouri Valley Conference, bringing us to.
I have no idea.
3-2, 3-3, maybe.
Maybe.
There's so many conferences, so many teams, teams on so many games. I mean, it adds up. There's a lot of games.
Yeah, Spectros is in 3 different conferences, which is crazy.
Yeah. I do know that Missouri State did beat a team that we actually lost to earlier in the season. So, I mean, this is definitely a statement win for sure.
Definitely shows that we can definitely take that other team. I believe they mentioned it in the past, taking the other team, believing that they can potentially come back from that one loss. Really trying to work as hard as they possibly can in that.
Playoffs are coming up for the MVC a weekend after the Gluck Conference. So kind of fighting for playoff seeding and qualification at this point in the season. And hopefully we'll get another chance at some of those teams in playoffs.
Yep. So going into this, Greninja is going to have to drop 2 stocks going in. This is a very tough battle. Greninja could do it, but he is going to have his work cut out for him. Diddy Kong already grabbing the banana, trying to use that as advantage. This was in one match that we didn't see for the last game. So already taking a fair bit of damage, but just trying to get those small combos, take some chip damage, and head on in. Greninja is trying to play this a very slow and slow game, but that is a very hard game to try and play. Especially if time goes over, then he will lose by automatically unless he is on the last stock and the other team has more damage. So slow games will be very difficult and can be very scary towards the end. Diddy Kong saying no to a slow game though, trying to make it as fast as possible, and Greninja has already taken 101%. That is not looking too good for him going into this. Still possible, but very difficult going. We are seeing a lot of damage, a lot of chip damage, and just trying to make it as hard as possible. While Diddy Kong is at kill percent, getting close to kill percent, Greninja is the more concerning aspect because once he dies, he will be out.
Yeah, only one more hit to close out this series for Diddy Kong, and we'll find it with the banana into up smash. Able to close it out, and Valpo wins game 3, 9 stocks to 0. And yeah, great performance by Valpo today, able to end on a high note. And that'll do it for us after this
Yep.
long 2-hour series.
Yes.
I'm
and
being the
tired.
second series today.
Yep.
So that'll do it for us tonight. We got Rocket League tomorrow at 7 p.m. Tune in for that. And it's
Yep.
been a pleasure. My name's Henry
All right.
Speedy Kill Ninja.
And I'm Air. See you next time.